Good evening, everyone. I am the commish, Ben Klein, coming to you live from Hardcore Challenge Live Studios, deep behind the enemy lines. This is RAIDER ReACTION. First off, I want to give out the call-in number. Make sure you save it. It'll be the same call-in number we always have for both of our webcasts. If you ever have anything you want to call in, get off your chest, phone lines are always open. So, save it, remember it, use it. Alrighty, so now that we got out the call-in number, we've been a little bit of action on the Raider front this weekend. For myself personally, as well as for the franchise and the organization. So, we're going to touch on a few things. Obviously, first, I want to touch on the passing of Raider special team great, played on Oakland as well as Los Angeles teams. Jensen passed away on Friday. Far too young for one of the Raider greats to go. He had scored a Super Bowl on a blocked punt in the Eagles Super Bowl. Great Raiders win. Actually, was the first touchdown of the game. Obviously, he's going to be greatly missed by the Raider Nation, and rest in peace, Raider brother. So we'll start off with that, and then we'll move on from there. So rest in peace, Jensen. I went to the Florida Raider Nation club meeting, which I am a member of the card-carrying member of the Florida Raider Nation. I went to the spring club meeting this weekend to pitch the idea of Raider ReACTIon, posting and streaming live from select events. The first one I'll be doing is I'm going to be at the draft party on Saturday of draft day. I'll be at the Florida Raider Nation, catching some reaction, some interviews with some of the members, and getting the Raider reaction as we're there as the draft's happening live. So that'll be my first on-location stream that I'll be doing at a Florida Raider Nation event. So, touched on that. We're still hearing all kinds of news about Marshawn. All kinds of news about Marshawn still on all different fronts. First, he was seen out in Vegas with Marquette King. There's pictures of him surfaced in Vegas towards the end of the week with Marquette King. Obviously, we all figured out why he was in Vegas, because there was an NFL amateur arm wrestling, pro football amateur arm wrestling event. So, apparently, none of the 30 entrants who were in this event decided it would be a good idea to ask the NFL if it was okay to do this. James Harrison was a coach, as well as Marshawn Lynch, and Marquette King and Mario Edwards Jr. participated in said event. So, obviously, they didn't ask Big Brother if it was okay, so you know there's going to be some fines coming out for that. Whether they'll be suspended or not remains to be seen, but there will definitely be some fines handed out. You can better believe that, because the NFL is all about making money whenever they can. That's for sure. So that segues in, with Marshawn Lynch being in the news again, and obviously Tide hanging out with Raiders. His mom, in social media and in the news last week, saying obviously she's supporting him being a Raider. I just feel like there's a lot of hurdles to make that happen. I mean, I'm all for it, but I just feel like there's a lot of hurdles that are to actually make that happen. So that remains to be seen. Remains to be seen. I've heard trade rumors involving Marshawn and Richard Sherman for second and fourth rounds. I've heard other rounds too. I've heard second and sevenths. So it's hard to tell which one of those is actually, a reality. But it's obviously confirmation that there are some talks going on. That is for sure. Definitely talks going on involving Marshawn, but we need a running back. Are we going to sign the guy, or are we going to draft the guy? I think we're gonna find out here in the next few weeks, because if there's not a signing made by draft day, you can better believe we're gonna draft a guy. That's for sure. So, possible fine. I doubt there'd probably be a suspension, but for the arm wrestling thing, but we'll see. We'll see. So, the hot topic towards the end of last week about the Vegas relocation is the still butthurt Oakland Sports Authority did an audit on the Raiders. They came up owing $800,000 for back parking revenue. So, you know, been rumors of whether they're trying to find a loophole to get them out of their lease and then boot them out. I think that would be a sore move. I mean, the 2 or 3 years they're going to be in Oakland. They were knocking on the door last year. I mean, wouldn't you like to embrace them, you know, at least while you can for your fans? So, I don't know. There's still a lot of turmoil on that front. Obviously, there's a lot of hurt feelings on both sides. So we're going to have to wait and see what comes out with that for sure. But it's a sensitive subject. I notice every time it's brought up when I'm in person with other Raider fans or it's on groups, it is the most sensitive Raider subject out there right now. That's for sure. So I completely understand. Completely understand. Everybody's got different viewpoints on it. We're even torn inside my own household on it. My wife thinks one way, I think another. So it's hitting close to home for me. So that brings me to my Raider reaction WTF for this edition. It's not really Raider related, but it is football related. And it's just, I don't know. Brian Baldinger. I don't know if you guys know who Brian Baldinger is. Obviously, I watch a lot of NFL Network. He's one of the talking heads on there. He's a former NFL player. Last year, in a breakdown of a game, you know, speaking on Ezekiel Elliott and a game that was coming up against them with the Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles, Baldinger says, and I quote, "You want to cut the head off to kill the body. That's the guy you got to get to." I mean, it's a common phrase. You know, you cut off the head to kill the snake, what have you. It's just, you know, and he's right. You got to get to the running back. You take Ezekiel Elliott down and you just take him out. Now, this guy gets suspended for 6 months for saying this. 6 months! He got suspended from the NFL Network. Obviously, the NFL Network is run by the NFL because it's the NFL Network. So, the No Fun League strikes again. And for this short little two-sentence quote, Baldy gets suspended for 6 months. Well, he's back now. And I am glad he's back. I kind of liked him on the NFL Network. I thought he was one of the better ones. So, I'm glad you're back, Baldy. Welcome back, and NFL Network. What the fuck? So, that's pretty much it for this edition of Raider Reaction. I want to make sure, as always, share the group, help grow the audience. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, where all of the videos are archived after for your viewing pleasure. So go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hardcore Live is what you can search it under. Raider Reaction and Hardcore Challenge Live webcasts are both on separate playlists on there. Obviously, you can always get them live here on this group. So help share the audience. Hardcore Challenge live draft lottery on 4/29. We will be doing our webcast drawing for all group members. It's going to be drawn from all of you, so you get a sweet prize pack, team of choice. So, until next time, peace, love, Raider Nation.